Savannah's #1 for hip hop and R&B. It's your homie CJ the DJ, and this time down by the river, I got a singer. The boy saying so good it's in his name. Singltn, what's happening, man?
What's up, man? I'm happy to be here, man. I'm excited, dude. Yes.
Man, so before we really get into the interview, man, let's get into your resume a little bit for the people who may not be hip to you. You are an established singer and songwriter. You're also the founder of RB4 Entertainment. You also served as a background vocalist for some singers, Alicia Keys, Jennifer Hudson, just to name a few. You also performed at one point with BEYONCE on the Ladies First tour. Yeah. And you all the way from down this way, down the southeast of Coastal Empire.
Yeah, man. I'm from Georgia, man. You know, I went to school in Savannah State.
Okay.
So, I'm a Georgia boy. You know.
Yeah. When did you go out to Savannah State?
Oh man, I was in Savannah State in the 90s. I want to get the dates, but in the 90s I was in Savannah State. Working there. I studied music there. Found my own voice at Savannah State. You know, had some good experiences there. I got a scholarship there, so that just brought me to Savannah State. A music scholarship. It brought me to SSU, man. And since then, I just have to find my own voice there, man. I just had a drive just to want to make it in the music business.
Yeah. Were you a part of the Wesleyan Gospel Choir?
Yes, about that.
Yeah. I only ask that because for a lot of good singers, they all start in the church. And then, anybody who's familiar with SSU, familiar with the Wesleyan Choir, they don't play no games. Everybody in the choir can sing.
I was singing with them, and then my voice teacher was like, "No, man, you gonna mess your voice up, get out of there." But I used to do some gigs with them and travel with them whenever I could. I snuck and did some things. Because when you studying voice, they try to keep you a certain way. And I'm like, man, I'm gospel. I started out, in the church, and that's what I really, like to do. So, yeah, Wesleyan, I was always a Wesleyan, man. Yeah, it's funny you know that.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm a Tiger too. Shout out to SSU. You know what I'm saying? So, how big of an influence does your church background and all of that play on your sound now?
Oh man, that's a major influence. R&B is pretty much broken down gospel. It's just recirculated, and the beats reproduced, but you go back to the roots of gospel, like the sounds, the vowels, and certain songs, how you present the song. It's pretty much just like gospel. So having that foundation in gospel is what you end up going back to.
Yeah. What'd you say?
It definitely plays a major role in R&B today, man.
Yeah. I was asking because, in your songs, a lot of the harmonies and melodies aside, I like that with your music, it kind of hits on like that 90s R&B vibe, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into these records in a few, including your single Skin, but I want to back up a little bit and talk about your time as a background vocalist for some of these greats, man. So, being an up-and-coming artist at the time, up out of the southeast, a Georgia boy, how did you navigate yourself into that position?
Man, like I said, going back to after I finished school, I wanted to have a deep understanding for music and get into the business. So what I did was I moved to VA, actually, when I finished, and I just started working on music. And I got into went to a few competitions in Miami, and I won. And when I went there, I actually got these, cards from different agents that said, come to New York, come to LA. I'm like, which is easier? So I realized if you go to New York, you don't need a car. So I'm like, shit, I hustle in New York. Moved to New York, man, just started auditioning for stuff, man, and then finding my way, got into a bad deal situation with a group, got locked in for a while, but while I was doing that, I was, auditioning for other things that I can do without them getting paid off of it for me. So, just navigating through it, man, and did this show, and going to the Beyonce thing, one of the managers saw me in the show and said, man, you'd be great for this Beyonce show we're doing. I like how you sound, you got the look, and blah, blah. I said, for real? He said, come audition for me. So I said, all right. So I went and auditioned and got the job. Next thing you know, I'm on the Ladies Horizon tour. You know how this business works. Once you book something, somebody else see you, and they're like, you'd be great for Alicia Keys, you'd be great for this. So once you in, people start seeing you and like, man, I like you, you'd be great for this and this. So that's how it happened for me, man. And then, just networking, man, and just, finding a niche in what I want to do. But I always knew that when I got a chance to do it the right way, after being in that bad deal, I wanted to have my own label and do it my own way, on my own terms, make my own music without having a lot of noise in the room. People tell me what I have to sing or what I can't sing.
Right.
So yeah. But that's how, it kind of spiraled for me, I'm happy, man. But I also came, I tell people I came face to face with death. I almost got killed, man, a couple of years ago at gunpoint. You know, almost got robbed, gunpoint, 2 guns on my head. So after having that, been able to get away from that, man, it created like a drive in me that I never felt. So it made me just say, you know, life is too short. You got to live for now, and you got to move. So that created a drive in me that I never felt before in my life. Yeah, that's all just writing records, man. You know, and connecting with the right people. Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
takes living your life like it's your last to a whole nother level, ain't it?
Yeah, you
So,
gotta live. Yeah.
so Alicia Keys, Jennifer Hudson, Beyonce, all dynamic artists, all
Yeah.
amazing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all incredibly different. What would you say you learned from each of them while working in, you know, close contact with them?
Well, Beyonce, I learned, man, that, you know, she rehearses until it's time for curtain call. If Beyonce got a show at 9 p.m., you doing rehearsals like at 9 a.m. until like 7 p.m. ish was time for the curtain call. So you rehearsing all day. So I learned from her that she over rehearses, that if she makes a mistake, it don't look like a mistake because she over rehearsed and everything is so together. So I learned from her time management and, you know, rehearsing your show to the point to where if something happens, you won't even be able to tell because you've been, you know, you've been at it. It's in your body. You've been living it. So that's what I learned from her. Alicia Keys, I learned stage management. She's really sweet to everybody on stage. When it comes to sound, I learned from her, like, man, okay, you got to be nice to your sound people because they can really mess you up. You know what I'm saying? Sound management.
You
Yeah.
sound like Mariah on Christmas.
Right. And the same thing with her, you know, I just like she's there, she rehearses, you know. The Beyonce to me rehearses the most out of anybody I've ever seen in my life. But just, you know, just time management with her also, man, and just being cordial and nice to everybody you're around, you know, and also just, you know, being presentable when it's time and actually commanding the stage, you know, and, you know, not and actually at sound check, giving you all the sound check. I'm like, wow, they really singing at sound check. You know, some people just, you know, they mimic through, but they actually give out the performance, and it's okay. Because that way, if your sound guy can hear what you're actually going, the level you're going to be at. So you kind of see how it all works, you know. Yeah.
A lot of good tips. So I want to jump into one of your singles real quick, man. Let's talk about Congratulations. Now, I like this record, you know what I'm saying? This is the record that really put me in, like I said, that 90s R&B vibe type feel, you know what I'm saying? Just because of what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, congratulations, I ain't playing no more. Tell me, like, where was your head when you were putting this record together?
Man, you know, this record was amazing to put together. We had a team of writers we got in the room. We just had conversations. I tell people conversations happen in the room, and we got to create lyric through conversation. So everybody in the room was taking, you know, we all, you know, had, you know, girls or whatever. And so we like, man, we talking about, you know, our girls or whatever. And then next thing you know, it's like, man, you know, we off the market, right? Everybody in this room off the market. You know, and you go from off the market, and we're like, damn, if you're off the market, that's congratulations. She took us off the market, and we build conversations and we build from the record. So that's how the song actually, you know, transpired. You know, we actually took breaks in the record. We hit a hook back, like, oh, I think that's the hook. That's the hook, man. Yeah, we got it. So we have a little brain burp, as we say. We take a break, go eat, come back. And next thing you know, we got the second verse, first verse. It was fun writing that record, man. Yeah. But it came from the concept of conversations, everybody being taken off the market, you know, and just, you know, coming up with a dope, you know, track, you know, a melody. That's how the record.
Well, let's get into this right now, man. It's Congratulations, Singltn with a B.
Can't believe you did it. I'm trying to be committed. Girl, I can be your man if you tell me that you're with it. Congratulations. Oh, you done took a player off the market. Congratulations. Oh, baby, I ain't calling on nobody. Congratulations. Oh yeah, I done gave the game up. Promise I ain't playing around no more with the mother girls no more.
I like that one, man. I told you got that nice little, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations. So now for a lot of singers, they go into the studio, they listen to an already written, pre-recorded song, and then they record it and make it their own. And I know you say you work with a team. So I'm taking it that it's a little bit different, especially with you being a songwriter as well. So like, what's your process? What's the group's process, I guess? I know it starts with a conversation, but is it we gonna write and then add melody? We gonna create a melody based off of how we feeling and go back and write to it? What's the process?
Yeah, the process was conversations first, always a conversation. But sometimes somebody might have an idea before they get to the session. We might say, "What you think about today? What was your conversation? What was your mood today?" And then we listen to that person, and we just take notes. So you pretty much writing cheat sheets down per every person has a conversation. Or sometimes we're in the studio and the keyboard player might have a melody in his head. He just start laying down this dope melody, and he put that on repeat, and he track it back and we listen to it, and we just come up with like some ideas we vibing. So it's always a vibe. It's no really formula how you do it.
Yeah.
How it all gels together. Yeah. So that's how the writing process, conversations, hearing them out, hearing you out, hearing me out. Sometimes it's musical. We hear, man, I hear something. Or if I take a track, sometimes I take a track home with me and just drive around in the car all day. Drive in the city and just listen. And sometimes it just comes to me, the hook.
Yeah.
Like, and I just jot it down, then I take it back to the lab and like, check this hook out, and we build from that. So that's how it, for me it happens. Everybody different, but that's how we do it.
Yeah. Because like when you see a lot of R&B singers currently at the moment, like they all either have like that slow vibey feel or like that trap soulish feel. But I like that your music is not only, like I said, upbeat, but it has like a familiarity of like, feel good R&B, if you will. What artists would you say have had the biggest influence on the way you shaped your sound?
Wow. Well, if you say current or back in the day artists?
Both. Both.
Okay, well, I'm definitely, wow, I love Brown McKnight, definitely was one of my favorite artists, Today, of course, Chris Brown, Usher. I listen to everything. John Legend, I like how he writes his stuff and he really thinks about what he's writing about. Of course, Beyonce, of course. I listen to everybody, man. So it's like, because I like to have a fresh ear, especially when I'm creating melody. And when I have a message to talk about, I like to hear what everybody else is talking about. So I'm listening to everybody, man, from pop, hip hop, R&B. It's no particular one person, but growing up, of course, I had the greats. I always loved Luther. I mean, gosh, I'm going back.
Bad Luther or Skinny Luther?
Right. Skinny Luther. Fat Luther. I like both Luthers. Boys to Men influenced me. I like I said, Brown McKnight, and my God, man, so many gospel artists too. I just can't pinpoint everybody. I'm just influenced by everybody, man. So it's no particular one person. It's always changing for me because I'm always, finding new artists and loving what they're doing, So.
Yeah. So with all that you've already accomplished musically, I mean, from working with artists, putting out your own catalog, I know 2020 was the year that you said you wanted to really debut yourself, go hard with it. What about this year made you say, it's time, I'm ready to step out, I'm ready to pop out and do this?
Well, like I told you, when I almost, that near-death experience, man, that did it for me. Let's say, it's time. Life is too short. You can be here today, gone tomorrow, and you didn't do what you set out to do. Because I was doing 90 gigs a year up in New York, New Jersey. I had a content, situation, but I said, I'm bringing joy to other people, but I need to really focus on me. So that near-death, man, made me move. And then also creating a great project is like, it's time, And it's funny because COVID happened. I was getting ready to get my show touring. That's the only thing I'm not doing now, but we actually gonna start getting it together. I was getting ready to get my show together for touring, and then COVID happened, and boom. So we just making the best out of what we can do, with the situation. Man.
That was actually going to be my next question. I was going to ask, how has the pandemic affected your game plans and stuff? I mean, I know you said it kind of held you up from touring, but what is your work process been like in a pandemic?
For me, it's just, I'm a health and fitness guy. I believe in body, heart, mind, and soul. If you connected in your body, your performance come out nicely, as a musician. So health-wise, I stopped buying equipment online, like looking like, what can I get? What can I get? So I got a few things I bought just to keep my mind, going. But I opened a studio that's a few hours away from where I am, and I just go there and record and, write some new material. So I've just been, doing it, man, just leaving the house and coming back when I can, masking up, and I actually had some masks created. So people think these real, but they're not. Look at them.
That thing almost matched your shirt. What is that, silk?
Right. What's that? What's that velvet?
That's how you know you're a real singer, because of the threads, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So aside from being an artist, aside from being a songwriter, you also have a label. Tell me about RB4 Entertainment.
So RB4 Entertainment was formed. I got blessed in the situation. I was able to get some backers, man, to back me. And I said, if I do it the right way, I'm gonna start my own label.
Mm-hmm.
RB4 was that label that I'm actually, I own all my masters, everything I recorded. So I'm excited about that. So I'm in a position to, release things when I want to and call the shots and figure out what works and what don't work. And I don't have nobody just saying, you're gonna put this out now. Or if a deadline don't happen, I'm not being shelled.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing about it. You're controlling what you want to put out. I'm controlling my own content. And, my videos, I shot about 5 to 6 videos that we actually gonna make a mini movie presentation. It's gonna be dope.
Mm-hmm.
So, just being able just to be creative. RB4 is what I'm doing to generate, my music through my label. And I plan on eventually having other artists come up, through the label. But I'm just trying to get a clean pathway straight through so I can guarantee success for anybody else. So I'm like the guinea pig, but I'm also the good guinea pig that's doing it right. Yeah. Guinea pig is person is not, I'm actually doing it. So, we just, creating
better that than like, doing like a lot of people do, trying to have a whole bunch of artists
right.
being a boss and can't do nothing for them.
Right, don't have nothing to offer.
So man, let's get into your latest single, man. Talk to me about Skin. Talk to me about this record.
Man, Skin is the perfect record right now for the pandemic. You could stay in and be crazy with the one you love, But this record, Skin, came about, the record is about, you being with your hot, your wife, your girlfriend, whoever you want to be with. We decide to go on date night, right? I'm dressed. She gets upstairs getting ready, She come downstairs. I'm like, oh, hell no. We staying in. I'm not staying with nobody.
Yeah.
Let me cook something for you. On TV. We go, come on, we just gonna stay in and let me just, love on you and enjoy the skin you in. That's just, grind on each other. So that's what Skin about. Just a good record, you decide you want to go out, you're like, nah, we staying in, baby. I'm gonna enjoy you tonight. So that's what the record actually, those conversations happen and that record was written that way.
I feel it. Well, let's jump into it, man. Here's Skin by Singltn.
Show me all your moves. I don't even wanna put my shirt on. You got it so hot and hip, and I hope that what I'm saying is clear.
I like that one. I told you, man, you got like that. You know what I'm saying? That throwback 90s feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what else is on the horizon? You know what I'm saying? Congratulations, a smash. Skin, a smash. You 2 for 2 right now. You know what I'm saying? Is there a project? Is there a body of work coming out, already out, where people can, go feel they appetite?
Yeah, man, we got the EP coming out. So I did a five record EP. I did about three albums worth of material. But we're releasing the 5 songs first. The EP that'll be out. I got another one that's coming out probably like a month from now called The Way. That was produced by Teddy Riley. That's gonna be out. That's another dope record. So yeah, I plan on dropping the EP and the visual EP that I have the actual, all the videos tied together so you can actually see the R&B love story of what happens with the woman. The girl in the video plays in all my videos. She's my wife. So we plan on dropping the EP out early next year. We have another single coming out in the next month or so. You'll hear. And yeah, we just ride and skin for a while, man. And putting out the visuals and the content, Yeah.
That's that quarantine baby music.
Quarantine. Right? So the album will be out also. Full album will be out mid next year also.
Okay. Cool. So how can the people follow you if they aren't already?
Well, they can follow me at Singltn RB3 on Instagram. They can follow me at Singltn Official on Twitter. And they can follow me at Singltn on Facebook. SINGLTN.
And before we check out, is there anything you want to leave the people with?
Man, I just want to say thank y'all, man, for y'all support. And definitely check me out and continue to go hit YouTube up and Spotify. We hit congratulations, hit 1 million views already, 1 million streams.
Oh, okay, shout out. Congratulations.
Going up, man. Skin is almost at 1 million, so people are showing us love, and I'm just excited, man, just to be in the game, man.
Yeah. Well, make sure y'all definitely lock in, because you know where you can hear it if you ain't heard it already, man. Savannah's #1, but hip hop and R&B is Singltn, man. Y'all keep it locked.